What's up guys, Trail here, better known as Budget Bill, and today I'm going to be showing you how to get perfect credit score in 2019. And for real, these are the actual secrets that work. These are the things that I stand by that have helped me acquire and hold an 800 plus credit score with large amounts of debt. But before we get started, let's jump over to our sponsors for today's video.
Man, we still ain't got no sponsors, man. Johnny, roll the intro.
So thanks guys for sticking around, and let's jump right into the number one way of getting a perfect credit score in 2019. And that is to become an authorized user on a credit card. Now, you want to become an authorized user on someone's credit card who has the right criteria, someone you trust, someone who is trustworthy and has a good payment history with no late payments. A credit card that's been open for at least 2 to plus years. Most people tend to think that adding more credit will hurt them. It's actually the opposite. Scores are rated highly on how much credit you have available and how much of it you don't use. Becoming an authorized user on someone else's credit card with outstanding credit history and credit score could immediately boost your credit score up by as much as 100 points instantly. Most people sleep on this, but it is definitely something you want to look into. The number two thing is to pay down all of your credit cards to less than 30% of their balances. For example, if you have a $1,000 credit limit and you owe $800 on the credit card, you need to pay down your balance to $300 or less. Now, if you don't have any credit cards, then your first priority is to apply for a credit card today. What type of credit card, you ask? Well, if you don't have any blemishes on your credit report, then you can apply for a department store card or one of my favorites, which is the Discover It credit card. Now, if you have some other issues on your credit report, then you need to get a secured credit card, such as the Discover It secured credit card, or the Amazon Credit Builder credit card, or the Capital One secured master credit card. All three of those are great choices. I have another video specifically around those three I will link in the description down below. The third thing on my list is to never ever miss or make late payments. This will take discipline to accomplish this, but it's something everyone needs to get in the habit of. If you have to work on overtime or sign up for auto pay or set reminders on your phone, whatever it is, get help from others on paying it, but don't miss due dates for your payments. If you run into issues that may prevent you from making a payment on time, call the company and communicate it with them and get on a payment plan. This can prevent companies from reporting you to the credit bureaus. Personally, I think you need to get in the habit of paying your bills when you receive them instead of when they are actually due. I personally pay my bills as I receive them. And when life hits and prevents that, I still have up to 20 plus days to make that payment and still be on time. The fourth thing on the list is to remove delinquencies on your credit report. By removing these are key to improving your score you currently have. Now let's be clear, removing delinquencies around missed or late payments and active accounts, this does not include collection accounts. But right now, you can remove these yourself by sending in letters with proper documentation to the credit bureaus that is actually reporting the issue. And of course, if you don't want to take the action yourself, then you can always hire the right credit repair company to do the work for you in a timely manner. The number 5 thing we have on the list is you should do the work on getting collections and charge-offs settled and removed from your credit report. Now, this is something you do after everything else mentioned previously is completed. There are a few ways to do this. The first way is to call each collection company and negotiate a lower payment that allows them to delete it off of your credit. For example, if you owe them $500, negotiate with them to pay around $150 to $200 of that amount, if they are willing to remove it from your credit report. Now, during your negotiation, you want to be sure to get it in writing that it will be removed from your credit report. Ask for a deletion letter in case they decide not to follow through with their verbal agreement. Don't pay any debt collector a dime until they agree to delete it and provide documentation of it. Some places will not provide deletion letters, so you have to be pretty smart and savvy when dealing with creditors and debt collectors. The main objective is to collect as much money as possible from you. That is their role. The second way is to stand your ground and to realize you don't really own them anything. You never signed a contract with the collection agencies, so therefore you don't owe them anything. It's basically whoever you initially owed money to and they sold that account to the collection agency, they basically voided the contract and you therefore do not owe them jack. But that's another topic for another video, so let's jump into number 6. And that is the last thing you need to do is to dispute. You need to repeatedly do this over and over and over again. This is one of the easiest things to do. However, it is very time consuming and most people don't have the time to do so. But it's your credit, it's no one else's, so if you won't do it, who will? Figure out what's important to you on how you rate them against your other daily activities. This is a tactic that credit card companies use and charge a lot of money for. So dispute. You can dispute things by letters or the option online. Then after you dispute something, you have to monitor the progress. Keep a spreadsheet of the dispute process and notes that you take for yourself along the way to help you keep track of multiple items, depending on how much you have on your actual credit. And those are my 6 tips on how to get a perfect credit score in 2019. Now, my advice to you is to get on top of things. Take charge today. However, if you believe all of this is just too much and you don't have the time for it, then perhaps you should reach out to a credit repair company and hire someone that's going to take action and get your credit back in order. I do know of one company that I do recommend and I will link them in the description down below. I hope this information helps you in getting your credit and your credit score back in order. If you have any questions, be sure to drop them in the comment section down below. And if you want more in-depth videos on anything mentioned in this video, then please let me know. I hope all of this time I have earned a thumbs up on this video from you. In addition, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, this is a perfect opportunity to do so right now. Click on the subscribe button down below as well as the bell next to it so you can be notified every time I upload new content. As always, I appreciate you guys watching and I will see you on the next video. Peace.